YouTube channel, keep it real raw and cut. Today's topic, Akame got killed. Damn. I think it's episode 13. I don't know the title. I'll put it in the description box and everything in the video somewhere. Yeah, but so please excuse the background noise today, man. I'm actually doing this in the corner at the gym real quick, man. I tried to get this video out. I was running late for the gym, so you know how it is. You gotta get it in, man. Gotta get it in. But yo, I watched the episode before I left. It can be broken down. I'll break it down in a couple of parts, man. We learned that the damn, what's the guy's name? Shit. S&M guy. Can't think of his name. Flamethrower. Yeah, the flamer. He got a little bit to his backstory, man. It was quick. That's one thing I like about Akame got killed, man. It does when it gives you a little bit of backstory, they be short, but at the same time they're to the point. You know what I'm saying? I like that. And it add a little bit, just a little characterization to this character, which is cool. He realized that, he isn't just some stupid dude, randomly. He actually got a little torment in him, so you can see why he kind of wears the mask. He said that it was a village that had an infectious disease going on, so he was ordered to basically exterminate everybody in the town to stop the spread of the disease. So of course, with him doing that, he also killed innocent people that didn't have the disease, but they just, I guess, just wiped out the town, killed everybody, just destroyed the town. So he said that, like that mask that he wears and the way people react to him, he's like him getting repaid for his sins. So he doesn't mind, because Wade was like, he was angry by these merchants that he saved. The way they treated him after he had saved them, they still were fearful of him, even though he saved their life. And he was like, don't worry about that, just payback for my sins, pretty much. And then you see his family, man. The dude had a beautiful family, man. Had a little girl and a beautiful wife, man. It shows like, you can't just judge a book by its cover. And so actually it's something to this character, which was cool, man. I thought he was going to be some generic ass character, but he actually got some depth to him. Then we got a little bit into my man Luda, String Boy, aka Doflamingo Jr. He his backstory is, he was a doofy character. I really didn't like his character, but after today, he's okay with me now, man. They did a good job of showing how he was a rich kid, man, and he had everything he wanted, but it bored him because, like most rich people, when everything is just given to you, there's nothing to strive for, so he was just bored. He had the best of everything since he was a kid, and he ran into, I can't think of her name, the boss lady, you know what I'm saying, and he fell in love with her, and it showed a picture of her when she was a little girl, when she was a lot younger, man, and she was pretty, she was a beautiful woman and everything, and he said it was love at first sight, and he actually left all his wealth and everything behind just to join the army, just to be next to her. That's how much of an impression she had on him. And he said that when he left the left the capital, he was like, I left everything behind. He made it seem like he was dead, so it's like he left everything behind. He left his wealth, his title, and pretty much his life behind. He's considered dead, so he lost a lot just to follow this woman, And my man was tossing me like, why didn't you like kind of came out to her and tell like, you love her and stuff, man? But he was like, kind of brushed it off and shit. But he let him know like, I guess saying in due time he want her to, I guess, grow to love him too. But I guess he can see that the feelings is mutual, so he don't want to get curved. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is on that. But then what else we got here, man? Oh. We got to talk about this. I'm going to break down EsDEATH in two parts. Man, the party capital, they want to find out who's controlling these danger beasts that are humanoid form, and like where they're coming from and what's going on with them, because they're killing a lot of people in the capital and people are scared. So of course the uncle of the king, emperor, whatever, he wants them to bring back alive so they can experiment on them. EsDEATH said, I will, and it was cool because the king was like, was like the emperor was like, yo, find that love, the dude, I still can, he's very infatuated with that. I think that's gonna come to play again in the series sooner or later because, you know, usually like kid, he's kind of nonchalant about a lot of adult things. Like he doesn't seem like he grasps how important these things are. You know, he just like nonchalantly just make orders like, oh well, just do this. You know what I'm saying? You could be like, well, this whole village is starving. Okay, well, let's do that. You know, he just, you know, it's like he doesn't grasp it. You know, which is cool because it shows like he's looking at things. He's dealing with adult matters through a childlike eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's still almost like he got his naive childishness to him or whatever. He's still like thinking like a child. You know what I'm saying? It's like he can't grasp the magnitude of what's really going on around him. But for some reason, he's really infatuated with EsDEATH and her love life. I don't know if that's because he doesn't, you know, being him naive, being a child, like almost seeing him like he's kind of emotionless. Like, we really haven't seen him get mad or anything. He seems more curious. You know, he's curious about things. Like, he really doesn't know. Like, see, yeah, it seems like he's almost devoid of the human experience. It's like it seems like he's very sheltered because he's trying to figure out, like, why do people do this? Why do they do that? You know, which is cool. I just felt that about this emperor there. I was like, okay, this kid, there's something to him. You know, it's like he's trying to find himself. Like, he doesn't know where to go. Yeah, you know, which he was a kid, so he wouldn't anyway. But EsDEATH, you know, I'm fine. You know, I'm gonna find my man again and everything else. And throughout this whole episode, even last episode, you can see that she's really in love with Tatsumi, man. She's been thinking about him, and it's even affecting her. And they saw her like, EsDEATH is a dope character, man. She's if you would call her a villain, I guess she is the villain, but she's a dope ass villain. I mean, I really wouldn't call her. It's hard to even call her a villain, though, man. But if you're on the Night Raid side, of course she is a villain. But if you from the outside looking in, you can see that if you look at both sides, either one of them can be villains. They're both against each other, so they're both enemies. So the enemy of an enemy is a villain. You know, we all get that. But that scene when she was in the flower garden, and my man Rum was like, "Yo, this weird to see you in the flower garden. You know, admiring flowers, because it seemed like he's showing a softer side of her." And a more human, more feminine side of her, and she was like, you know, yeah, they showed automatically went to like beauty to like the beast, and was like, yeah, you know, yeah, these flowers here, you can rub them on wounds, and they cause more pain, you know, and they're good for torture. They're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That's what you get for this? You ain't just admiring the beauty of these flowers, you know what I'm saying? You know, you didn't think about these things can torture people, and so it's ugly yet, like my man, Shampoo song. It's a beautiful, ugly yet beautiful world, man. You know, and that perfectly describes EsDEATH, man, to the T. Cause on that mountain, let's get to the dope part, the meat of this episode right now. Damn, EsDEATH. I kind of doubted her, man. I think people were hyping her up way too high because we haven't really seen what she can do. Really, I mean, you saw you freeze the river or whatever. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. But it's okay. She's ice, you know, in this water. Of course, she's gonna kind of win that battle. So I'm like, okay, and you know, show me something. And it showed in the series now that not only is she good with just her Imperial Arms ability, but she is nice with the hands. Cause you know, you saw a little demonstration when she fought her team at first. And she pretty much beat them easily, you know what I'm saying? When she took on her whole team when they were getting formed, the Jaegers, and she tested their abilities. But she was riding this danger beast. It's like a dragon. This chick sees someone at the bottom, and she's going for a scroll. Once again, she's in her emotions and stuff, like, you know, why I'm feeling this way, why I'm doing like this, you know, because pretty much like she's in love, you know, and that's the first time she ever had this feeling. And she's thinking about Tatsumi. And she's going on a moonlight scroll, you know, so she's flying over the moon, it's looking all beautiful and stuff, man, you know. This chick said, okay, who's that shadow down there? And she thought it was one of those, the danger beasts that are attacking the damn, the capital. This chick said, like, automatically she went from something beautiful, feminine to beast mode. It's like, fuck it, whatever's down there is going to get destroyed. She jumped off the dragon, I don't know how many feet that was. Hit the ground like Akame, and it's Tatsumi. And Tatsumi looked like, man, what the fuck is going on? You know, there's a big ass explosion behind him. He looks, and he sees this shadow figure, like, man, who the fuck is that? And he noticed, oh shit, it's EsDEATH. And you know the funny thing was, he was more scared to see her than the whole explosion, because the explosion kind of shocked him. But when he saw EsDEATH, he was shook, like, oh shit. And it was a bad situation, because if he reveals his Imperial arm, she gonna know he's one of the Night Raid. And this was, because he said, like, what is she doing here? You know, this is too much of a coincidence, you know? And so these other dangerous ass danger beasts come and it's like, he's like, okay, good. As soon as he attack these motherfuckers, I'm breaking out. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think he could beat in his base form. He wouldn't be able to beat those danger beasts. So once again, he would have to put on his Imperial arms, revealing himself to EsDEATH that he's one of the Night Raid. So he was kind of stuck in a rock and a hard place. He's like, well, screw it. I'm gonna let her deal with this shit. I'm out as soon as she starts fighting. Yo, one shot. All of them dead with ease. With ease. It was some old. Her sword play was just as good as Akame. He was like, oh shit, that's not the way. Cause she just ripped through like what? Like they was nothing. With ease, one hand sword swing. Zoop. Done. Mihawk. Done. They were minced. And so she looked, and one of them was still like alive. Like he was cut in half. The chick stomped on him with his heel. Her heel went through his skull to his brain. His eye was wiggling and shit because in pain. She was in this grinding this and don't disturb me. Pretty much like, don't disturb me while I'm talking to my man. She killing the motherfucker, and then she looks up at Tatsume like, hey baby, you know what I'm saying? With her foot in somebody's skull. And then she look at this dude flirting, like, yeah, you know, we're alone now. I'm like, looking like, yo. He looking like, yo, please. He said, please, can you go ahead and kill that thing? Because the thing was in agony. She was just grinding her heel into his head and like trying to flirt at the same time with a smile on her face, like, hey. It's like, the ugliness is this death that she's doing. That's the ugliness. But then you look at her body, her face, and her love of him, that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So this chick is just a big contradiction, and I'm digging her, man. Right now, she's my favorite character of the show, man. Bar none, it's her. I like Akame too. But they're not showing enough of her, man. I mean, I know it's probably coming, but but Joe, EsDEATH is this, oh man, beast mode. And I'm really ready for next episode because it's showing that people can look at me like I'm crazy talking to my phone. But Joe, hurry wrap this shit up. Yeah, so I'm really waiting to look for the next episode because it seems like it's gonna show her backstory. And from what we can tell, it's a lot of scenes, so it might be kind of really in depth of how strong she got. She's not just an Imperial arms user. Her strength is really coming from her actual abilities. And I think they showed some guy that looked like her, so I'm taking it that's her father, and they showed a little girl with long hair, so I'm taking it as her as a little girl, and like they were battling in the wilderness, like she's always been fighting danger beasts or something. And it showed one scene, it was like she was floating on like this glacier of ice, and Tatsume was with her, and they're like walking through this wilderness and shit. And then this scene right here, I got to see what's up with this, man. The scene with which like she like stripping down or something again, and it looked like she trying to go in on Tatsume, man. So we'll see, boy. You know what I'm saying? But you know he ain't gonna do nothing, man. Tatsume went bust a grape, let him know on a nut. So yo, this the Guru. I'm gonna holler at you later. Oh, I forgot one other thing, one quick. Yo, it was a cool little scene. We can see that his relationship with Tsunami Surf, you know, Susanoo. Susanoo was he's growing. He's kind of taking the place of Lot in his life, and they're kind of training together and stuff. And he's showing him the ropes, like showing how to effectively use your strength. Yeah, you know, so that was a nice little scene. And he did the fist pump, and you know, Su's kind of developing because like he's still talking like he's a robot. He's more thinking of himself as a tool, not a human, because he's saying like, you know, pretty much like, you know, don't talk to me like I'm a human. But he's like, you know, I'm not going to treat you like that. You know, Tatsume's like, I'm not going to treat you like you're just a weapon or just a tool. I'm going to treat you like you're somebody. You're part of the team. So I'm going to treat you as such. But yo, that was a good scene. This is Guru. Holla at you later. See y'all boys in the comment section. Peace.
This